Welcome guys, Hannah here at Good Journey Canines, and today we're going to talk about an incredibly important concept in puppy raising, which is the difference between socialization and exposure. Now this video is going to assume that you are socializing your puppy early in life, actually as soon as you bring it home. Early socialization can be done safely, and the risk of a fearful, reactive dog is far higher than the risk of disease if you take preventative steps, which you can find outlined in the link in the description. Okay, newsflash. Socialization does not mean taking your puppy to the dog park. In fact, that is the single worst thing you can do. Please, never do it. However, exposure at a distance from a dog park could actually be a good idea. And with that, let's look at the difference between socialization and exposure. Socialization for most people denotes interaction with people and other dogs, so we're going to go with that description. And this is an incredibly important part of puppy raising, but it is not as important, especially for shy puppies, as exposure. In fact, if you have a shy puppy who withdraws from interaction with people or other dogs, don't let anyone pet them, for now. Work on that later, and for now, just work on exposure. Exposure is a form of socialization that focuses not on interaction, but on observing from a distance. In practice, this looks like taking your puppy to a fairly busy area, not allowing anyone to pet him, and allowing him to observe and interact with the environment. An important caveat to taking your puppy to a busy area is if you have a shy or nervous puppy. It is vitally important in socialization and exposure not to overwhelm the dog. Be consistent, but take it slow and be mindful of the puppy's body language in each new setting. If your puppy is nervous or is from a breed that is predisposed to reactivity, then bring their meals. Hand feed them out in public. Bring treats, bring a snuffle mat, anything that you can to make the experience positive. Another great example of exposure is I take my puppy to an agility competition. We hang out outside. I bring food, I ask for a few basic commands, as well as just letting her explore the environment. This kind of exposure is critical for puppies who are going to be trained in sports and service work or detection. In other words, train them where you're going to bring them. First, if your puppy is nervous, even just with exposure to new places where you're not allowing interaction with people, but they're still nervous, then you probably need to take a few steps back. Maybe stay at home for a little while, and then when you take them out again, go to a very quiet place where you're not even going to see anybody, and make that experience very simple and very positive. Please understand this. Pushing socialization or exposure on a nervous puppy is just as dangerous as not socializing. Finally, your puppy is going to go through at least one, possibly as many as 3 fear periods in their puppyhood. These are times when something that they weren't afraid of before suddenly becomes scary. This could be people, cars, automatic doors, decorations, noises, could be almost anything. During these fear periods, you have to take a step back and relax the socialization a bit, but you also need to go through some counter-conditioning to the scary things. Turn those big scary automatic doors into a source of treats. Play games nearby while they open and close. That's just one example, but you get the idea. And remember, fear periods can come out of nowhere and can be very intense. Never scold your puppy for reacting badly to a person or object, as this is just going to ingrain the fear and make it that much harder to overcome. Always remember, when in doubt, make the experience positive with treats, toys, and praise. Alright guys, that was a huge topic. Thank you for sticking with us, and remember to check out the link in the description for more information, and subscribe to our newsletter for monthly tips on living with your dog. And as always, relationship first, training second, and I'll see you in the next video.